Capricorn, welcome to your romance reading here at the Cottage. This is for you if you have Capricorn as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus placements. Let's see what's going on in the love life of Team Capricorn. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What's going on in your love life? Reading for the true goats of the zodiac. That's you, Capricorn. See what's going on in your love life, Cappy. Snappy, happy, Cappy. What's going on in love? What's going on in love for Team Capricorn, please? What's going on in Team Capricorn's love life? Let's see what's up, Capricorn. What's going on? What's going on, Capricorn, in your love life? The Hierophant is here, but it's in the reverse. Page of Cups in the upright, Six of Cups. Oh, wow. There is someone here that is perhaps missing you, thinking of reaching out to you, may already have reached out to you. Why is the Hierophant in the reverse? Hangman in the reverse. Okay. This is somebody who walked away from you, commitment, etc., too fast in their mind. Hangman in reverse. Did this really without thinking? They feel like they made the wrong decision. They went against what they should have done with the Hierophant in reverse, Hangman in reverse. It's almost, why do I get that they were trying to avoid something? Responsibility? What? You guys triggered each other. Okay, so this was an intense connection, Capricorn, where you guys triggered each other and they ran from that. They ran from that, I do believe, possibly to another person with the Two of Wands coming out. See, yeah, okay. This is a deep soul connection. All right. There's something fated about it, something destined with this connection between you and this person. Chariot. I get this energy of them coming back around with the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot both come, and the Death reversed. I mean, those are comeback around cards. That's definitely somebody who's in this energy of, I walked away from commitment. They may have divorced you, or you may have thought there was going to be a marriage here and there wasn't. Okay. But for some of you, there maybe have been something unconventional about this connection with this person. In other words, for some of you, there could have been like different spiritual beliefs, different cultures, different ethnicities, same sex, something a little bit unusual or different. And that may have had something to do with this person's decision. But there was something rather unorthodox for a lot of you around this connection. All right. Yeah. You really, you hit on some fears of theirs. What were those fears with the Eight of Swords? You definitely triggered some fears. Fear of responsibility, fear of being stable, fear of commitment, that Four of Wands, that settled energy, right? I think this person really got cold feet. Especially with the intensity of this connection. You guys were really, I think you kind of mirrored some wounds, those fears within this person they didn't know they had. And then you brought it to surface. That's why the Seven of Swords is here in the reverse. You brought their fears to surface. You brought their trust issues to surface. They started to see the parts of themselves, the wounds that were unhealed. Damn, Capricorn, this is crazy. So I've got the outcome here. This person is reminiscing and missing you, thinking about reaching out to you with the Page of Cups, possibly some sort of apology. They're not over you. I can tell you that. With the Death card in reverse, they've not released this. Does that mean they're going to ask you back? It looks that way. I'm going to just delve a little bit deeper, but I mean, that's definitely in their thoughts, in their energies, in what they're considering right now because of this. And even this speaks to having a deep soul connection with someone missing you. Look at this on the bottom of the deck, Capricorn, the Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, that's the card of, oh my God, I let Capricorn get away from me. I fumbled Capricorn. I let the best thing ever slip right through my fingers. And now a lot of times when we have that with that Four of Cups in reverse like that, we have the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. God, I should have done different. As I said, they regret a decision they made, right? They feel like they made this on impulse without thinking it through. In all honesty, what they're telling me is they went against their better judgment, against what they felt like they were supposed to do, against their intuition, against divine guidance, whatever it is. They went against, the powers that be, their higher self, however you want to call it. And they so regret that. I should have listened to my intuition. I should have listened to my gut and stuck this out with Capricorn and stuck around. Really, there's so much regret. You live rent free in this person's head. We have the Eight of Swords here. I think they ruminate about this a lot. I think they lament. I really do. How do you feel about this person, Capricorn? How do you feel about them? What's your thoughts about the situation? What's your thoughts about the situation? How do you feel? How does Capricorn feel? How does Capricorn feel about this situation, please? How does Capricorn feel about this connection? How does Capricorn feel towards this person? What's your thoughts? What's your feelings here? Page of Wands in reverse, Page of Pentacles in the upright, Lovers. Damn! God, Capricorn, this is insane. It's, you're like, maybe we're better off to just, stay cordial, but not, go anything beyond that. Page of Wands in reverse, Page of Pentacles in the upright. But there's that Lover's energy. Oh my gosh. I told you this was an intense, deep soul connection. It's kind of like, on the one hand, you feel this deep, deep connection with this person, but on the other, you're wondering if you guys are just better off to just not try this, at least this lifetime, right? Three of Swords. You remember. I remember when my heart broke. You remember. You haven't forgotten that. You may still be hurting about it, but you remember how it felt when this person broke your heart. You definitely do. Nine of Wands. Oh my gosh, you got banged up over this thing. And quite honestly, Capricorn, Nine of Wands, I wonder if you blamed yourself. Maybe you even took responsibility for a lot of things that were not on you. Sometimes Capricorns will do that, right? I kind of think you did. Oh, but look at this. You've leveled up now. Whew, no wonder you're hesitant about this thing, because you're like, I have done so much work on myself since then, Auntie Karen, the Emperor, and you may be male or female. I've done so much work. I've done a lot of ascension. I've done a lot of maturing, a lot of growing. I have my self-esteem so much better, my self-worth. I know who I am. I know what I want. I'm on a good path. You may be very career-oriented, really, in a lot of ways, Capricorn, you're in a good place right now. So you're hesitant. You don't want to rock the boat over this thing. Yeah, you've moved on. You're at peace with where you are. Six of Swords here. You're at peace. You're at peace with letting this thing go if you feel like it's best. You're really in this energy of non-attachment. You may love this person. In fact, I think you do. But I think you're in this energy of, I can love them, but if they're not good for me, then, I can love them and they can stay over there, right? It looks to me like you're going to get communication from this person. So I do think you've got a decision to make regarding this. I think you'll be faced with a decision. I see this. Let's get a little bit more on the decision, on what's coming from this person. We'll get some clarity on this over on Patreon. We'll also do the All Signs Cross Watcher over there and get you some advice on this connection as well, Capricorn. That being said, let's just get a little bit more on their next action toward you. What's their next action toward Capricorn? King of Cups, Temperance card, making peace, Queen of Cups. They're going to tell you they love you. They're going to profess love for you. All right. Very much profess love. I think this is the shocker of a lifetime. They are claiming that they've done a lot of ascension work as well. A lot of maturing. They're saying that. Ten of Swords in reverse. They're definitely going to try to reconnect with you. There's an offer here. Ten of Swords in reverse. There's an offer here. And there's an expression of emotion. And them talking about having gone through a lot of healing, working on themselves, addressing their wounds, staring them in the face. I feel like they've even healed from some of you guys were dealing with somebody that had some tendencies around avoidant attachment, okay, style, and overcoming that is, I mean, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. We're going to see about how this looks going forward, how it would look between you two. We'll look at the longevity over on Patreon. We'll do the All Signs Cross Watcher. We'll get you some advice of how to navigate in the now as well, Capricorn. So definitely check that out. If you want more information on that, look below this video for the link. And of course, I do personal readings, not just for love, but for money and many other things as well. All the information about that is below this video. Thank you so much, Team Capricorn. I appreciate you tuning in. And don't forget to drop the like button and even hype this video if you feel inclined.